Hello, and welcome to episode 45 of the Rogue Hunters podcast. I'm joined here today with Brian
What up?
and Waves,
I'm eating sunflowers.
while a tornado's hitting him, and my name is Snickle. We've got
That's not true.
Wait, what is my name?
I can't say your real name. That'll be fucked.
And
thought
my
you were
name-
the Steve095.
I was just about to say, yeah, my name is the Steve095.
You're icky snicky.
Yeah, whatever I feel like for the day, you know? But we got another good week of a podcast for you. We've got some Grand Theft Auto news, some Twitch leaks, people complaining as usual, and then updates for my favorite console ever, the PSN 3. Any articles to anything that we discuss will be linked down in the description below, along with all of our social medias and stuff. And also let us know down in the comments below what games you guys have been up to this week, because we would love to read through that. But anyway, with all that stuff out of the way, why don't we talk about what we've been playing this week? And I'm going to let Waves go first, just in case the tornado hits him. We got to get the important information out.
I just want to say something real quick. I like how you have a different name on every single platform.
What you mean?
So on PSNP and PSN, obviously you're the Steve095. On your YouTube, you're just Snickle, and then on Twitch, you're I'm Snickle.
Dude, I would change
and then on Discord, you're Icky Snicky.
Dude, I would... Okay, so I would change my Twitch name, but I can't.
That sounds like an excuse.
I would change my Twitch name to just Snickle, but I can't because I'm pretty sure it's taken. I would change my name on PlayStation to just Snickle as well, but again, I can't because it's taken. So, I would just change everything to Snickle, but I can't. Sadly. And then Discord is just Icky Snicky just because, you're Chip Skylark, so I had to be Icky Snicky. I just had to throw it out there, that.
And then his real name is
Bleep Bleep.
Bleep Bleep.
Well, I can't really talk because I have 10 different fucking accounts. So.
Well, my YouTube channel, I used to go. Well, I didn't used to, but let me look it up because I think my
It
YouTube
used to be I'm Snickle, no?
Yeah, but I think if you type in youtube.com/ I think if you type in Snickle, it'll actually pull up my YouTube. Yeah. If you do youtube.com/ Snickle, it'll pull up my actual YouTube account.
Yeah, because the Snickle is the rapper one, isn't it?
I don't know. Let me look. If you just type in youtube.com/ Snickle, what pops up? Probably nothing. Yeah, it doesn't exist. So I could probably change my YouTube channel to just Snickle. Or it already is, but the link to just Snickle too, but I don't know. Twitch is weird. Twitch doesn't let you change your name unless you get I think you have to get partnered, and then they allow you one name change or something like that. I can change my name
every. You can change your. Oh yeah, I know what you mean now.
You can't change on Twitch. You can't change your actual name. You can only change cases. So I could do lowercase I M and then capital S. They let you change it like that, but they don't let you change your actual name unless you're partnered. I think they give you one change, or one change every 6 months or something. But if I ever got partnered on Twitch, obviously I would switch it. But yeah. Brief backstory of my names.
Everybody go get Snickle partnered.
Yeah, that's hard to do.
Yeah, you'd have to stream it too for that to happen.
No, it's not just that. I meet the hour requirements. I don't have a problem with that. It's the view requirements. That's the hardest thing. I think you have to average 75 viewers for a month or something like that to get partnered. It's kind of crazy.
Just get viewers, easy.
Yeah, easy. Something easy like that, just get views,
All
right, you can somewhat do it. I believe in you.
Well, I be trying. I do be trying, but
he be trying with those one time per month streams, you know?
Bro, calm down. It'd be like
He's
once
gotten
every like.
better over the last like month and a half. So
I try to stream every single night during the week. Like I try, but sometimes I have a headache, and sometimes I'm just tired, and sometimes I don't want to stream when I'm playing because I just want to play it. So I don't know. It weird.
I get you.
It'd be weird sometimes, but I do be trying to stream every. That's gonna be my. That I haven't like officially announced that because I haven't made a trophy talk in a while because I haven't been playing much. But like, I am going to try to stream every night during the week, like Monday through Thursday at least. So we'll give it a try, maybe. I don't know.
If you
Anyway.
fail us, I'll stop subbing to you.
No, chill. I need the subs, even though my sub counter on my stream isn't working. Still, it's still broken. I don't know why.
Ever since that one night, I like.
Dude, I don't know what it is. Like, I use stream labels, everything works, followers, everything, and then I put my sub count just to like put it on there because it's not something that you can like easily, access anywhere. So I put it on there. I'm like, and it's just in the corner. It just says like whatever it is at the time. 9 is usually what it's at. And recently it's just been chilling at 0. So, it'd be what it'd be. It'd be that way. I'm just happy I'm not streaming racing games anymore for the time being.
For now.
I'm telling you, those are the worst things to stream. Racing games are the worst game to stream because, like, I cannot focus on anything but the game for, like, 5 minutes or however long I'm racing for. And it's annoying.
Yeah, the entire stream is just Nichols staring at the screen.
Yeah, actually playing the
ignoring all
game.
his fans.
Yeah, what a shitter. What an actual shitter. Anyway, what have you been playing, Waves? What have you been up to? Before you get sucked away by this tornado, what have you been up to?
Well, prior to recording today, I got the platinum in Kingdom Hearts.
Congratulations.
It says here an hour ago I got it. So
Big
I
time.
believe that.
Is that
Well, congratulations, no matter what.
big time gamer? Is that your your first Kingdom Hearts platinum?
yeah, I mean I played 1 and 2 like when I was a kid, and then I got 3 because I just wanted to give it a try. It was also like, it's also kind of like these types of games don't get made that much anymore.
Yeah.
I was like really missing that kind of game, so I wanted to play it. So I played Kingdom Hearts 3. Which Kingdom Hearts 3, I liked it. I don't care. I stopped caring about Kingdom Hearts story when I was a kid. So I'm sure if you're like invested in the story for these games, you probably care more about Kingdom Hearts 3. But I liked it for how much fun it was.
I've always thought that those games were like interesting, like combat and like exploration wise, but like even looking from the outside, I was always like, what the hell is that story about? Like, what the hell? It's kind of like, I feel the same way about like Final Fantasy as well. Like every time I look at a Final Fantasy game, I'm like, are people actually playing this for a story, or like, are they just playing it to play a good game? Like that plays
Final
good, has a
Fantasy,
cool map
they're all like,
and everything. But they're all different, aren't they, in a way?
they're all separate universes. So
Yeah.
the only ones that are like numbered and actually like are follow-ups to each other are like the first 3 Final Fantasy games.
Yeah, I never understood that about them, how they like, because that's what I thought they were. They were like all different like universes and stuff, and I was like, I mean, I guess, but like, why? But okay.
Yeah, I don't get it, but Dragon Quest does it also, so I don't know.
I mean, I guess they'd be fun because they do be selling numbers.
It's the only thing keeping Square Enix alive now.
Sadly.
And then I played Grand Theft Auto with the boys, excluding Brian.
I wasn't invited.
What do you mean? We did invite you. You're like,
No, you didn't.
I don't want to play it on the PS. Or
You didn't want to play it on the best console ever.
Nope, I wasn't invited. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
That prison heist.
Okay, listen, we gotta talk about that. All right, so we did the Waves and I, and then these two other guys that we play with, Leon and James. They did the we're doing the heist together because we got 4 people. So Waves and I did the first heist. Obviously, we've been doing it to like farm platinum medals and everything. Which, by the way, I saw your thing the other day, Waves, when you were like, "Wait, I thought the platinum medals, like, I thought I would get the platinum medals in the base game from these," and I was like, "Oh," I'm thinking in my head like, "Oh hell no!" Like you gotta unlock those from doing things. But we did the first like 4-player heist the other day.
So I'm confused about that.
What?
Real quick. So it's not the platinum medals that we get like at the end of missions?
No, so those are like platinum medals for like heist setups, which like bear like no significance at all, really. I think that there's probably like a medal for it that you unlock, but those are just like ratings almost. The other platinum medals are for like those are platinum awards, so that's for like doing certain things like, and some of them are really easy, like just it'll be like, you know, sell a certain amount of cars at the whatever, you know, at the pay and spray, or like you can look through and do like you can pick like 30 that you want to do. There's like I think there's like, oh no, there's a shit ton of them, but you get like a decent amount from doing the heists, like just by like purely doing the heist, because I think you get 1 platinum medal for completing each heist, and then there's probably other ones that are tied to it, but there's like other easy platinum medals, like getting your hair cut so much or buying so many clothes or like things like that. So,
Oh god.
but you can track it in the menu. It's really easy.
That means I'm gonna have to actually play the games.
No, you just pick
Yeah.
30 that are easy. We'll do the heist, and then you, after that, you count up like what you have left, and then you do those ones. And hopefully it's like not a lot. But we did the other night, we did the we did the prison break heist, and Waves and this other guy James decided that for the heist finale they wanted to go. Well, they didn't really decide, but no one wanted to fly the plane, so I ended up flying the plane. But I was saying before, I was like, no, like let me go in. Like I know what I'm doing when we go in. Like I've done it, and they were like, no, we'll be okay. Oh my god, we were there for like 2 hours while they were trying to escape the prison, and it was just an experience. So,
Listen, we got out.
I mean, he not wrong. We did get out, but next time we do it, because we're gonna have to do it 2 more times.
I think it's because we were on hard, honestly. Because like,
it could have been, but like
if you don't shoot them dead on the head, they're fucking Terminators, bro. Like you can't take it down until like you put an entire like 3 mags into them.
I mean, that is true, but at the same time, we also were not. No one had armor, which we need to buy, and you guys were like both low level, so I don't even know if you could use like your like custom weapons, but like
No, you can't use custom weapons.
that was like another thing. But I think that I'm trying to think about all the heists, and I think that is like one of the worst parts when it comes, because it's like one of the only parts when you're like kind of out in the open, other than like when you are riding the bikes in the last heist and you have to escape the cops that way.
Yeah.
Or like run down the alleyways in the last heist. But I mean, I guess all the finales kind of have areas where it's like wide open, not like wide open, but it's like open like that now that I think about it. But I had fun, man. I haven't played those heists for like, I don't even know, 5 years maybe. So
Yeah, I had fun.
it was fun going back and playing them.
I had to like actually use my brain for like a little bit because I was like, all right, I can't play this like normal GTA where I'm just like running in and fucking shooting everyone.
No, yeah, that's like the thing. Like the heist, you have to actually like stick to your, whatever your like objective is, you have to like stick to it, and you can't be like an idiot just like running around brainlessly doing things. But it's great.
Yeah,
like
you gotta like slowly like and methodically just take out everyone.
Yeah, because if you leave one guy open, he'll just blast you. And then since we were doing it on hard, we had we had 0 lives. But playing with like Leon and that guy James, I mean, it's a fun time.
Yeah, there were some cool dudes.
Yeah, they cool guys. So, but
And then last game I played
oh,
was
another
Lost
one.
Judgment.
Oh, you have been playing it a little bit.
I only played it a little bit. So like what happened was so obviously I don't know if you guys know, but like Sora got announced for what's it called, Smash Bros.
Yeah, Smash Bros. Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And so that didn't necessarily make me want to play it, but I watched James, not the James we played was, but like Mr. James and Watch, his Twitch channel.
Yeah.
Play it, and I was like, I should just go back and like finish this game because I was basically already at the end on hard mode. But I think what happened was I stopped playing it to play the original Judgment.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I stopped playing it to play the original Judgment. And I was like, let me just go back and finish this game. So it's kind of funny, you know. I stopped playing this to play Judgment, and I stopped playing Lost Judgment to play this. So.
It's the way the cycle works. It's
the circle of life.
Yeah, I was gonna say the circle of life. It's the circle of life.
It's like the Lion King.
I mean, Lion
Kinda
King is
is.
in the Kingdom Hearts.
That is true.
It's the trophy circle of life. You always find your way back somehow.
That's what I've been playing.
That's all? That's all you've been playing, Waze?
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Brian? What have you been up to? What have you been playing around with?
Oh, I've been playing around with quite a bit actually. Last week on the podcast we talked about me attacking my backlog.
Mhm.
I took your advice, Snickle, and 1 game a day. And after the podcast, I kind of like wrote down like the how many games I had
Mhm.
to complete, and they all had a number. I kind of did like a little random number generator kind of thing on them.
Mhm.
Monday, I'm working on Watch Dogs Legion.
Okay.
Tuesday, I'm working on Hades. I got 1 trophy in Hades. Almost got through my first playthrough.
Nice.
Or run, whatever the hell you want to call it. Wednesday, I've been playing Death Stranding Director's Cut.
Mhm.
So I got that one pretty well. I made some good progress on that.
Mhm.
Thursday, I worked on Borderlands 3. I got 1 of the DLC packs done.
Nice.
Friday, I worked on Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So, yeah, I'm slowly grinding at that. I did finish Horizon Zero Dawn. That game's 100% now. I got the New Game Plus and Ultra Hard Difficulty playthrough done.
Nice.
So that game is now off the list. And then I started off some Far Cry 6 yesterday.
Very nice. So what out of your rotation of games that you're playing, what's your favorite one right now?
Death Stranding,
Okay.
actually. And Borderlands 3, but that's because I never played any of these DLCs, so it's like a fresh new experience for me.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about Death Stranding?
I like it. It's beautiful. I'm still like in the first. I think I'm still in the first chapter. Am I? I'm on episode 2 actually, but yeah. But I got through the prologue in episode 1 on Wednesday.
It's a slow burn.
It's a slow burn, but at
Yeah.
least I feel like every time I play, I feel like I'm making progress.
Yeah.
I feel like I've said it since that game. Didn't that game come out in like 2018?
I believe so.
2019, I think.
Was it 19? I'm looking.
Was it 20?
Yeah,
You
2019.
could be right,
Yeah,
Wes.
it's 2019. Damn. Still, it's been like 2 years. But ever since that game came out, like, I remember people complaining about it, like, oh, you have to run around and it's just exploring, and it's basically like a UPS simulator. And I
Yeah,
remember,
walking simulator.
yeah, I remember being like, sounds like my kind of game, but I never actually like got around to playing it, sadly.
Hades is fun. I always said that though.
Yeah.
Far Cry 6 it's a Far Cry game. So if you ever played a Far Cry game, you're basically playing them all.
Dude, it makes me like so sad to like hear that, because like I feel like that's what people have been saying since like I don't even know 5 maybe. Which like is
Yeah,
not that
well,
long ago, but like you're talking like 5 New Dawn 6, so it's 3 games, but people are basically like if you
I've
played
heard
Far
people say that
Cry,
since like Primal.
well, Primal's at least a little different cuz you don't have like automatic weapons, so like even though Primal has the same map as 4, like it plays different because you don't have it's different like way different enemy types and everything, but like I don't know, it's crazy for me to think about because from Far Cry 2 to 3 was like such a big game change, and even though it like dumbed down the game, I remember when Far Cry 3 came out, like that was the game that people were like, yo, this game is the best looking game, like this game is like it was like they were praising it. And now it's just like people are like, yeah, if you played, Far Cry 4, you've played Far Cry, like you've played any of them, or like, they're all the same basically, which is like kind of sad, but
I want to play Far Cry 6, but I think that's solely like the Mexican in me, just because I see how like
like,
like Latin American everything.
dude, I want to play
uh,
I want to play 5 just to see how like bad it represents the US.
well, think about 6, and I'll give them credit. Like they did change up things in it. Like they got like you're in a country that's a dictatorship.
Mhm. It's supposed to be
So
like
you gotta blow up. So you're a guerrilla fighter.
isn't it like a fake Cuba or something, or like a
Yeah, kind of.
basically.
But like there's only like 5 story related missions, trophies.
Mm.
The rest are like capture all the bases. So many. There's anti-aircraft cannons, and if you don't take them out, you're actually getting shot down by anti-aircraft.
Jeez. So I mean, I guess they
cannons.
added some stuff.
Yeah.
Sounds like very standard. Ubisoft
They
affair.
kept the whatchamacallit, like the mechanics from Far Cry New Dawn a little bit. There's cockfighting in this.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I heard PETA was all on like getting rid of that.
Yeah, fuck that. No, keep it. It's funny
Yeah, I
as
heard
shit because they treat it like a actually like fighting game.
Yeah, they treat it like Tekken, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
That's hilarious.
It's funny because I remember when like the game was about to come out or whatever. People were like, I think IGN like put out a video about the cockfighting in that game, and people were like, "I can't believe you do this. This is an awful thing." I'm like, it's a fucking video game.
Yeah, that's the shit like that makes me laugh. It's like people act like people are actually getting hurt, and it's like if you care about that so much, like then stop playing like every first person shooter. Like any game that
Right.
has violence, like you might as well not play it. Like and dude, I remember when I think like Andrew was talking about it at first, and I was like, you know what other game has cockfighting, right? And he was like, huh, and I was like, Sleeping Dogs. But it's like I don't think it's like how this is. Obviously, you just like bet on, chicken.
Oh no,
and
you
hope
actually
that
play as
but,
the
like,
fucking rooster.
Yeah, you don't actually play in Watch Dogs. You're kind of just like or sleeping. Not what did I say? Watch Dogs, Sleeping Dogs.
Yeah.
But that's hilarious.
Since I pre-ordered it, I got like one of the special guns.
Mhm.
And it's like, all right, it plays the Macarena song when you shoot people.
Oh Lord.
That's great.
And this is the
Love that.
first time that they actually added a trophy for doing the secret ending.
Oh, because
Fucking
yeah,
Finally, dude.
they've had it since
Because-
4.
5 or 4, yeah.
Well, 4 had a secret ending, but you didn't get a trophy for it.
No,
Right,
no.
but this game you do finally get it. I get one for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it makes me sad because like I wish they probably do evolve it. Like I haven't played. It's only from what I've heard, but
Mhm.
I just think about the jump from like the first 3 Far Cry games are like completely different games. But I guess they just kept changing it until they kind of found what worked, and then they just stuck with it. So I mean, I guess I can't like falter them for it, but
Like, the regular weapons in the game are cool. It's the special weapons that are the best.
Mhm.
Like, they got it's a crossbow that shoots like railroad spikes.
okay.
You hit people in the head and they go flying and pin to the wall.
Jeez.
They got a nail gun that's like the best silencer weapon in the game, and it's freaking powerful. there's a few other ones that are pretty good. I haven't unlocked them yet, but yeah, I got like 3 of them.
I feel like people are expecting too much out of Ubisoft now. Like Ubisoft has always been a formulaic kind of place for a while now. It's not like Ubisoft from early PS3 days where they're just kind of threw everything at the wall and saw would stick. Like
Right.
now they're all
Yeah.
kind of the same game. Like if you're buying a Ubisoft game, you kind of already know what you're getting, you know?
Well, and I think that that's like any company nowadays when you think about it. Like, if you buy any, Naughty Dog game, you know what you're getting into. Like, now granted, we're only talking about like The Last of Us and like Uncharted, but like if you've played one Uncharted, you've played all the Uncharteds. They add a few features here and there, but like they're essentially the same game. And I think that's what Ubisoft does, except they do it throughout like all of their games. So like Far Cry is the same as Ghost Recon, which is the same as Watch Dogs, which is the same as Steep, which is the same as, everything.
You know?
Assassin's Creed, and like that's why I'm hoping. I mean, I like that they evolved Assassin's Creed, but like I don't know. I feel like they find something that works and then they literally beat it to death.
My thing with Far Cry, people are like, oh, it's all political, and they're like, no, it has nothing political about it. It's nothing
That's
about the
another thing
times.
with like Far Cry. I don't know what's going on with people and like Far Cry, like where they want it to be political, but it's like I don't know. I feel like the last one that like tried to do anything that was like some kind of like representation of like something or whatever. It was like Far Cry 4 with like, oh, if you give it to this girl, then it's gonna be like a totalitarian whatever, or if you give it to this guy, it's gonna be this or whatever.
Right.
But like after that, it's kind of like I feel like Far Cry is just kind of like what's it called? You're just making a game that's gonna be wacky and fun, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And they're
Yeah.
not necessarily concerned about doing that. It's like I don't know why people are like trying to like make it have this like narrative where it's like really not there. That's not to say a game can't be political, because it can if it wants to, but it's not like everything has to be, right? So.
Because that people always make an underlying meaning for something that doesn't actually have it. It's like the whole cockfighting thing. Like they could people could sit there and be like, even like PETA, like this is an outrage, blah 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 blah. Like I get where they're coming from, because they're basically saying like you're bringing light to something that shouldn't have light brought to it. I mean, it'd be like if they put like dog fighting in the game, people would probably get pissed. But at the same time, like it's a game. Like
right.
you're talking about a game here. Like if you want to talk about there being animal abuse, then like did you not see everything else that you could do in the game? You can literally murder people, thousands of people. Like
With
you-
animals.
You're not worried about that though, right? You're just worried about, the chickens fighting. Oh, okay. Yeah,
I
sure.
mean, you can hunt and kill animals and skin them.
In any
Right.
other game. Yeah. So is that everything you've been playing this week, Brian?
Yes, it is, actually.
And you didn't get to stream at all, right?
No, my allergies still been really bothering me.
Oh, dude, today my allergies were just killing me.
Yeah, it's and then I was gonna stream do like a drunken stream last night, but my internet was being crap.
That's like the most annoying thing.
Yeah, I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna do this drunk. I bought me a bottle of Jack and everything. I drank that bottle of Jack.
Well, I mean, at least the good thing is you got this schedule, so you're sticking to it, and you're just,
Right.
playing a new game every day, which is probably like not like burning you out. Talking about burning
No,
out. How's Valhalla going?
Oh fuck this game. I should listen to Waves.
Why?
I told you you should have played it.
Yeah.
Valhalla just has this stink.
Yeah.
This real disgusting smell that whenever you get near it, all hope just dies.
Yeah. Like, I played for I at least put in like another 4 hours in this game, and I feel like I didn't do shit in this game.
Yeah, I mean that's how it is. It's definitely
Shouldn't
a
be that way,
game.
though, Snickle.
I know it shouldn't, and I advocate for not having maps that large. I completely agree that it's bullshit. But if you want the platinum, I mean, you kind of have to do it.
Well, who says I want the platinum?
I
don't
know
think
you
it's
want
worth-
it. It's worth it.
It's not worth
It's worth the platinum
for a
one time.
20-something% platinum. No, I'm
It's
good.
worth it one time. Hit him with the one time. Well, did you guys hear? Did you guys hear about Odyssey getting a patch for the PS5?
Yeah,
No.
60 frame patch.
yeah.
It came out like Thursday or Wednesday or something last week.
No, I did not hear about that.
Yeah, they put
They
it.
announced it like at the Ubisoft E3. I'm pretty sure.
Did they?
Yeah, and then they put it out, and then they were
I pay
also.
attention.
There's a lot of. I hate to turn this into an Assassin's Creed podcast, but there was a lot of like speculations that were going on because they put the 60 frame patch out, and then they also Ubisoft. What is it? Montreal? Are they the ones who made Valhalla or Odyssey? I mean, who made Odyssey?
No, they made Ubisoft Montreal is Valhalla.
Who made Odyssey?
Fuck, what were they?
I'm looking it up. Hold on, I'm looking it up. It is Quebec. So apparently Ubisoft Quebec put out like a tweet the other day that said that they were looking for game testers. And they were specifically looking for game testers that played Assassin's Creed Odyssey or something like that. So there was, and then they put this patch out. So there's been like a bunch of speculation of like, are they going to be doing an Odyssey remaster or like something like this? And I'm like, bro, I hope not. Like, I pray not. But
It's probably gonna be. It's probably gonna
That's
be
what
like
Auto Pops.
It's probably gonna be like what's it called? Maybe Assassin's Creed Infinity is gonna be like made from the skeleton of Odyssey or something.
I don't know.
Possible.
I mean, it could be that. Another thing was that apparently there's going to be a crossover between Odyssey and Valhalla somehow in a Valhalla
Okay.
DLC. I don't know how that pertains to Odyssey, but of course people were like speculating and everything like, "Ooh, is Odyssey going to get a new DLC? Are we going to get a PS5 version of it?" Like I was like, "Bro, why would they put a patch out if they were just going to release like a remake of it? Like, come on now. Let's
Right.
use our brain for a second. Like that really doesn't make sense."
They did that with Ghost of Tsushima.
What, they put a PS5 patch out and then put a director's cut out later?
Yeah.
That doesn't
Yeah, they
make
did.
sense. That doesn't make sense. Who made that decision? They need to be fired. Because that doesn't
You made
make
the
any
decision,
sense.
Snickle.
I did? Alright, I'm fired. Catch y'all
Death
later.
Stranding did that also.
It just, that
I think you're right.
I just feel like that doesn't make sense because, like, I get wanting to get people back into the game, but if you're going to do a remake that has it, like, why? I mean, I don't know. I just hope Odyssey doesn't. I'm already dreading having to play Valhalla twice, so I'm hoping Odyssey does not get any sort of remake or anything, or remaster, because
If God of War ever gets remastered, that'll be another one.
I wish. I freaking wish. I would do that one in a heartbeat. But that's my Assassin's
Okay.
Creed talk for the day. Had to get it out of me. Well-
Sounds like we all did some good shit this week.
Snickle, what have you been playing?
What have I been playing?
You guys
Yeah.
haven't playing anything.
Not
Snickle
too,
plays games sometimes.
not too much. Basically last week, I don't know if I did. I guess I did, yeah. So last week I finished up the collectibles in Max Payne 3, and then I finished up I was playing through on hard. So
Okay.
I finished up hard and the collectibles, and then I went and finished up New York Minute because I only had 2 more levels on New York Minute, so I finished that. So now the only thing I have left in the game is New York Minute Hardcore and playing through on Old School and Hardcore. So basically 3 more playthroughs is all I have. I think I'm going to attempt to do New York Minute Hardcore first because I don't want to save it for last.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. If I attempt it and then I fail and then I keep failing, like I don't know what I'll do. But I don't know. It was funny because I went back to do New York or New York Minute, and I was doing the cop, or I was doing the police station. I was at the police station on New York Minute, and when I first originally played the police station on New York Minute, I like kept running out of time. And then when I played it the other day, I literally like breezed through it so fast. So I think just playing through on hard and like learning the game and everything has just opened my eyes and made me feel like more confident and comfortable with the game. So
Right.
I kind of want to try New York Minute Hardcore, and I'm still debating if I want to do it on stream or not, because like I know a lot of people want to see it on stream, but like you guys know the streamer curse. Like that thing is like I'm never gonna be able to beat it on stream because something stupid is always gonna happen. So I'm just like,
No, Snickle, you were able to do Shadow of Mordor on stream, you know.
I did do that on stream, my first try, because I had the BDE. But I don't know if I have that for this.
I think you do. I believe it.
I don't know. Maybe I'll play like halfway through on New York Minute Hardcore and see how I feel, but I just feel like I'm gonna get screwed over in some way every time I do it on stream. So like part of me is like, maybe I give it like 1 or 2 good attempts off stream, see how comfortable I feel, and then maybe I'll end up beating it in those attempts. And then we'll go from there. I don't know. But yeah, I'll be doing New York Minute Hardcore like I'll probably give it my first attempt tomorrow. And then other than that, I've been playing GTA 5. We did the heist, so we have 3 more heists to do. We have to do Humane Labs, a funding or series funding, and then Pacific Standard. And then after that, we'll have to do the Prison Break 2 more times, because Waves and Leon have to get the 25% across all players trophy. And then after that, all we have to do is, depending where we sit, maybe Waves and I'll get it, probably not, because we got like screwed out of it the other day, but we may have to farm some of the platinum medals after. So we'll just keep doing the first heist over and over again until we get it done. And then after that, it's just saving up money to spend $8 million. So, you know, good old experience.
Doll hairs.
Yeah, can you believe that? $8 million. It's sickening, but
I wish I had $8 million.
yeah, me too. But other than that, the only other thing I've been doing in GTA is basically like all the collectible stuff. So I finished up the note collectibles last week. I did the stunt jumps last week. So I think I'm like technically done the collectibles. I would have to look through, but I think I'm done them. I just have to do a few random trophies and then basically work towards the 100% and do the medals. So I don't know. I'm getting close to it. I would say I probably have like maybe 20 hours left, if that, in the for like the platinum. So we'll see where it gets. Apparently this game is only they say 160 hours for the platinum. I don't know if I really believe that, but maybe the story is kind of long. I don't really remember, but yeah, I'm getting through. But those are the only 2 games I've been playing. Just GTA 5 and Max Payne 3. And then Brian, shortly enough, I will be playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla at the same time as you. Because I'll be doing...
I hope to be done by the time you're done.
Well, I gotta do the DLC, so...
Oh, damn it, I forgot. I can't do the DLC. I don't get the season pass.
Well, I gotta do the DLC, so I'll be hopping on there soon. You know, we'll be playing at the same time, except I'll be on the 4 and you'll be on the 5, but...
Yeah, so the superior console.
Yeah, the 4. Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah, no, the 5.
The 3?
Yeah, the 3. Wait, hold on. I'm lost here. It's definitely the 3.
The 2?
There you go.
The 3.
Nah, 2.
Oh, come on now.
The SNP?
Huh?
The PSNP?
Yeah, the PSNP. That's what I like to hear.
The Vita?
Huh?
The TV?
Yeah, the TV. There you go. That's a good one.
I prefer the Vita and TV.
I get down with the TV. The Vita, not so much, but TV, yeah. All right. Well, I think that's all we've played this week. It sounds like it's been quite a good week. I know Waves has been struggling with playing games after work, but
Bro, I'm so sleepy after work. I can't. I don't know how people do it. Like, I know some people that like
do it.
They go and do shit after work. I'm like, bro, I would just want to take a nap.
Yeah.
I can't do anything after work.
No, yeah, I definitely feel that way sometimes, especially like when I've been going into the office the past few weeks on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and if I end up staying there, sometimes I won't stay all day. I'll stay till like 3, like 2 or 3, and then I'll go home and work from home the rest of the day. But some days when I've stayed there till like 4:35, I come home and I'm just like, holy shit, I'm about to pass, and I just do my good old lay down in bed and then wake up at 8 o'clock, and it's just like, is it the next day already? Like.
Your entire day is just gone after that.
I know it sucks, and I don't. It obviously is because, like, for me personally at least, it's because I probably don't get a full night's rest, or as much as I should.
Right.
Which definitely screws me. But like, even when I get a full night's rest, I come home and I'm like, I feel like I hit a wall when I get home. Even if I'll come home and like crack open an energy drink and take like 3 sips of it, and then I still pass out because it doesn't. I gotta start injecting it right into my veins or something. Like, I gotta do something else, because maybe I'll like butt chug it, let it get in there.
What?
Huh?
I don't think that works the way you think it does.
Yeah, you never heard about that? Bro, you be butt chugging stuff to get it into your
like an
bloodstream
enema?
faster. Butt chug a beer or something.
Like an enema?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Snickle. I've never butt chugged a beer.
I mean, I haven't either, but it's a.
I don't know. I don't believe you.
It's a myth.
I know, right?
It's a local myth,
It's a local myth.
Man, stay away from the fucking East Coast people.
Shit's crazy over here. You feel me? No, it was in a
you do have
movie.
the one dude that put his face in that horse shit when the fucking Eagles won. So
It's in a movie. What movie is it in? Is it this one? Yeah, it's this movie. It's got John Cena in it. It's called Blockers. Here, I'm sending it to you.
oh, cock blockers.
I guess, but yeah, John Cena like butt chugs something.
Well,
but yeah, Eagles
How
fans
do you know
are
it's
wild.
John Cena? You can't see him.
That's him right there.
Yo, this is just such a classic. Oh my god. Well, anyway, it's a thing. So, yeah. Look it up for yourself, people. But regardless, if you do that, I still don't think it would get my bloodstream fast enough to keep me awake, because my ass passes out right when I get home.
You never seen that, Waves?
What you hearing?
You liking it, Waves? Getting into it?
What the fuck?
Waves is getting into it.
Let's keep going.
Oh, okay. Waves is done. On to the next topic here, ladies and gentlemen. Games we've picked up, recent pickups. Have you guys picked anything up?
Just Far Cry 6.
Nice. Waves?
Pick that ass up.
Yeah, same. I didn't pick up shit. So.
Yeah, I've been trying to save a little bit of money.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I haven't been picking up any like new games. Been trying to. Got this big ass backlog. Then trying to platinum Max Payne and GTA 5 just makes me. The window looks nice sometimes.
I'm back to being poor again, so.
What do you mean? How's that even possible?
Freaking job.
My first paycheck wasn't that much. It was only for 1 week.
Oh, that's right. But did you already spend it all? Like what?
Not all of it.
I don't know. I think he
Most
spent
of
all.
it. Not
Well,
all of it.
You'll get there. My next upcoming paycheck is my one that I'm gonna get for all my overtime, so we'll see how
Ooh.
that looks. But
My next paycheck, I got 3 minutes of overtime on it.
3 minutes? Hell yeah. That's great.
My
That a
next
whole
paycheck.
extra cent right there.
Hell yeah. That whole extra nickel's really gonna help. Hell yeah. All right. Yeah, I've picked nothing up either, so yeah.
Bro, I
Nothing
can't
new for
open
me.
this sunflower seed.
All right. Let's get
I got it
into
open.
what's up?
I got it open.
Got what open?
The sunflower seed.
Oh, nice.
God damn it, Waves.
I'm just munching on these.
My man's just bringing up the, whatever, should be
You
happening.
know what I learned today?
What's that?
Do you guys like have inner monologues to yourself?
Have what? Say that again?
Like talk to yourself in your head, like your thoughts or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
think
So
that's
I learned
normal.
today that some people can't.
Oh yeah, I learned about that like months ago.
Learned about that today. Like some people just can't, and it's like unfathomable for them to do that.
Yeah, I learned about that like months ago that there's people that like they don't like they basically don't think in their like brain, if that like not think, but they don't like talk to themselves in their head. Basically like what you're saying.
Yeah.
Which like blows my mind because I'm like, wait, what? And
they have to say it.
yeah, but I was thinking that I'm like, even if they say it out loud, like at least they're talking to themselves, like in some way. I think it's healthy to talk to yourself, regardless of if it's in your head or out loud. But yeah, that's kind of crazy.
It was like, like you just sing to yourself a song or whatever in your head.
Yeah,
Like they can't even do that.
yeah.
Huh.
Like what's
I did not even know that.
what's that horse-dick.mpeg song? It's like I'm a fuck a white bitch. Be singing that all the time. Imagine I sang that out loud all the time. Like, dang, that's crazy, man.
Don't you sing it out loud during streams?
No. I know I
What,
call
you banned?
I know I call Waze off guard with that one.
I wasn't expecting it.
Or horse-dick.mpeg's other great slapper of a song, suck my dick while I fuck that ass. Another great banger that he's throwing around that like it's probably better that I sing that in my head than out loud. So so with all that being said, let's get into the next topic that I hate discussing every week, but server
What's
shutdowns.
your favorite topic?
I know.
Right.
It's my favorite topic. It's what I live off of, right? Server shutdowns. So nothing new. We've got let me preface this before we start. It's going to be a topic that we discuss as our first topic, I think. Let me double check. Yeah. Grand Theft Auto, the Grand Theft Auto trilogy on the PS4, it's going to be delisted by the time this video comes out, I think. I think it gets delisted on the 11th.
Yeah.
So,
And today's the 10th. So
yeah. RIP, if you're listening to this and you didn't buy it because it's gone. Rest in peace to the trilogy games on the PS2 to PS4. Slowly taking those off. But yeah, as for the actual server shutdown, so Dead by Daylight additional chapters and base game for Stranger Things DLC is going to be getting delisted, and those trophies are apparently going to be changed. Madden 17 is going offline on December 7th, as discussed last week and confirmed by a comment in last week's podcast. There's a few trophies that are already unobtainable. They've been unobtainable for a while, so if you haven't started going for it, don't, because you can't do anything. Also, December 7th, NFL Blitz is going down on the PS3. December 8th, Hardware Rivals on the PS4 is going down. December 16th, Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PS3 is going down. December 31st, NBA 2K20 on the PS4 is going down. February 22nd, One Punch Man, a hero nobody knows, is going down on the PS4. No trophies, but maybe some online functions help get trophies somehow. March 1st, WWE 2K19 is going down on the PS4. May 31st, MGS5 Ground Zeroes on the PS3 and PS4 will go down. Apparently there's no online trophies, but again, some online functions could help certain trophies. And then also on May 31st, MGS5 on the PS and 3 is going down, which I'm surprised that even came out on the PS and 3.
Dang, we already have a PS5 game going down. NBA 2K21.
It's just on there because 2K shuts their servers down like the year after. They're just projecting it out. But
what's the last PS3 like Madden game?
25, I believe. Oh no, actually, what am I saying? Because 17 is on there.
I was gonna say.
That's a good question. Let me look it up. I think 25 was the last one that was like strictly. Oh no, that was on PS4. 13 was the last one that was like strictly PS3. And then 25 was the start of PS4. And then it was obviously cross until 17. 17 was the last PS3 one.
Alright.
So
it's crazy that I've made it up to like
2017.
What is that, 2016 when that
would have been, yeah, 2016.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's what, 3 years after the console came out? How many crossovers did we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 years. Yeah, that's wild.
I guess we say that, but like what, the last PS2 like FIFA game was 2016 or something?
Yeah, I think it was around the same time. So that's all the servers that are going down. Nothing new. But again, the whole like Grand Theft Auto thing, which I guess is a good segue into the first topic we're going to discuss today. Well, I guess before we get into that, I should say now it's time for the meat and potatoes of this podcast, which are our topics.
The potato and meaties.
Yeah, the meatiest of the potatoes is here. So the first topic we're going to talk about, which is something that's been speculated. I think we may have discussed this here and there on the podcast before. But basically, it was officially released last week that there is a Grand Theft Auto Definitive Edition Trilogy in works and is supposed to be released, I heard, somewhere in November, sometime in November.
Yeah.
That's what I've been hearing from sources all over the place. Now, I'll let you guys talk about it too, but I just want to say before we get into it, the one thing that worries me, I thought that this was going to be like a remake, like they were going to remake these in the Rage engine and bring them up to like standard or to like their high definition graphics and everything. What worries me is that they're, as discussed previously, they're getting rid of the ports of these games to then bring this definitive edition trilogy in. So part of me is almost a little worried because I feel like they're literally just going to do like the mobile ports or remakes of the games. And they're not actually going to be remakes.
That's probably what's going to happen. That shit's coming out on the Switch. There's no way it's like a Rage Engine like remake.
Yeah. I agree with Waves 100% on that. Which is
it's probably not going to be like a port for port from the phone version. But it's probably going to be made from the skeleton of that. So.
Yeah, I mean, I've been hearing a lot of things about the graphically it being in between. And there's a few issues. There's a few issues with canon when it comes down to it, because technically, if the games were not in HD, they're not in the same set in the same universe. But if you wanted to argue that, you could also argue why you can pick Claude as a father for your character in GTA Online for GTA 5. So, like, I don't know.
Are you saying? Are you saying if the game is HD'd up, then it's not considered canon anymore?
No, sorry, not canon. That's not what I'm. That's not the verbiage I wanted. So all of the standard definition games. So, basically this trilogy plus two other games that have been neglected, which is Vice City and Liberty City Stories. All of those games are set in the same universe.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is something that like I don't know if Rockstar specifically said this, but like this is something that like is like known apparently. So those games are set in the same universe, and then like GTA 4 and GTA 5 are set in the same universe. Like all the HD ones are set in a so it's basically like a standard definition and a high definition universe is like what Rockstar has kind of said. So it wouldn't really make sense if they remade these to an HD universe, because then that means that you're kind of disregarding what you've said in the past about that. But like I said, if you create a character in GTA Online, you can set the father figure to be Claude, which is from GTA 3. So you're kind of contradicting yourself, regardless of where you go.
But it's also just kind of like, why would that matter?
Well, yeah, I know it doesn't matter. I'm just saying, like, that's like if that's what they care about, which I can tell you right now, they don't give a shit about that. That's like one aspect of it, but I don't know. I wanted these to be remakes. I was really hoping for it. I mean, I love all three of these games. They were like my childhood, basically. So it was really something I was looking forward to. But the more information we hear and the closer it gets to their release dates, the more it scares me that they're literally just going to be the mobile ports of the game. And yeah, that's all they're going to be.
I just want to say I called it. So if we could start like a hashtag Waves was right or something.
Yeah. Waves is always right. 99%. 99.99% of the time, Waves is right.
I mean, it sucks, but I mean, it's Take-Two we're talking about, you know?
Yeah, the other thing that I want that I'm trying to figure out, which I can't really wrap my brain around as well, is are these going to be something that's released on the PS4? Like, what are they going to be optimized for? PS4, PS5? Are they going to be both? Like, what are we looking at here? Because you already had your PS2 to PS4 ports. So if you remove the PS4 versions and you only make PS5, like you're kind of cutting off people that you already gave access to. I just don't get why they're delisting the games. Like like that's what worries me. You're delisting something that's already up. Like why?
It's like that you can buy these.
Yeah, but like it just doesn't make sense to me, because like if this is supposed to be a remake or the definitive edition, like just keep the other one up and give people the option to buy both of them. Like especially if they have their own trophy lists and everything, like why would you not just give people the option? Because what if these end up playing like completely different? Then it gets into the whole thing that we've talked about in the past of the difference of playing a game that was originally intended playing it the way it was originally intended to be played compared to a remake where they changed the controls up. Because what if the GTA 3 remake comes out, or whatever this definitive edition is, and like you can move the camera around? Like that's a feature you didn't have in GTA 3. It went into first person and did some whack shit if you wanted to like move the camera around and free look. You didn't have that option. So I don't know. There's just a lot of like things that I worry about.
Here's what it says about for the platforms. It's for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X/S, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and the Rockstar Games launcher on PC.
It just...
Oh, and then iOS and Android in the first half of 2022. That's how you know they're... That's...
Yeah, I
That's
mean...
their phone for...
Dude, the sad thing is,
an
the more
version of the phone for
the more you read into it, the worse it gets. Like that's the worst part of it. Like the more you read into it, the more you're just like, what the hell? Like, it's so like disappointing, because I feel like Rockstar, the amount of money they make and everything, they have no excuse to be getting any hate in their life, like at all. And all the hate that they get is because they don't listen to their community, but somehow they still make a shit ton of money, obviously from microtransactions. But like, it's just sad. It's a sad, sad dilemma.
That's sad.
And if you're gonna port these trilogies or whatever the fuck they're gonna do now, I have no idea what they're gonna do. Like, can we bring the stories games too? Like, why can't we have Vice City and Liberty City stories? Like, you're doing all these other ones, you might as well do these.
Bring Max Payne 2 while you're at it. Also,
Do the Max Payne games. I mean, I've there's so many people that I've seen say that, like, I would love to see Max Payne remade, or like Midnight Club, or like anything, Bully, anything that Rockstar has made on the PS2. People are like, I would love to see it remade in the upgraded like Rage engine, and they just don't give a rat's ass. They don't. The sad thing is,
Sadly.
I think Rockstar is going to go down as like the only developer, or they're going to go down as one of those developers that went from like having the biggest and best games to having like the most hated games, like soon, because they're kind of already there with the expanded and enhanced GTA 5, but like, I feel like if they keep milking GTA 5 and we don't hear anything about GTA 6 for the next year, like anything, year or two, I think it's going to go even more downhill.
I don't even know if I trust him with GTA anymore, because like the Hauser brothers have left already.
Yeah, I was going to say that the Hauser brothers aren't there, which is like, but like, honestly, how can you fuck a GTA game up? Like, I'm not saying that they're like some, like they are masterpieces, but like story wise, if you put enough time into it, anyone can create a GTA storyline.
I mean, sure, but that's still like the Hauser brothers are still like a big essential part, I guess, of what made GTA as big as it is.
Yeah,
You know?
I don't disagree with that.
That's why I don't necessarily feel good about it. It's like now with Negotiate has left Sega officially. And although like I'm like not as afraid of that one, just because some of the people that are in charge now have worked on like really good Yakuza games,
Mm-hmm.
I'm still like kind of scared because Negotiate is Yakuza basically. So
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely understand it and I feel it. I think the biggest thing I worry about is like speculations of like the next GTA being like all online.
that's probably
It
why
probably
they
will
left
be.
the Hausers.
Yeah.
It's probably why they left because they didn't want to
exactly.
be only online, and they were like, well,
Fuck you. We're making
that's
so much
what's gonna
money.
make us money, so fuck off.
Right.
Well, yeah, and maybe it wasn't like the next follow up, because like they clearly didn't do that with like Red Dead. But maybe it was just like the focus of like GTA 5, because like we've never gotten a single player expansion. We've never gotten like, I heard someone talking about it the other day. They were like, we literally have gotten, they've dumped so much money into providing updates for GTA Online and all this stuff, and which is great to an extent, but like there's not been a single player update. There hasn't been a map update. There hasn't been anything. Like, there's so many options for map expansions that they could have done, regardless of old areas that were in like San Andreas, or like making new areas like Las Venturas. Like, that would have been a perfect update, especially since they did that whole casino update. Like, you completely chuffed it there. Like, you could have done a map expansion and had a whole goddamn city of casinos, but you made one, so I don't know. There's just like a lot of, they've definitely had like a weird direction ever since GTA Online exploded as much as it has, which like I think it has evolved online gaming. I don't know if it's good or bad, but I mean, it's good and bad in different areas, but
I think the only reason like Red Dead 2 wasn't like touched that much by GTA Online or whatever. At least like its single player part is because of, I'm sure that game was way in development after GTA 5. Not way into development, but it was already in development after GTA 5.
Yeah.
Especially after the ports
Mm-hmm.
To PS4 and the current consoles. So, like, I don't think they were expecting GTA Online to explode as much as it did at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't like, hey, let's just get rid of everything and make Red Dead like that, right? But I think now with, like, GTA 5 Online is basically just a cash cow now.
Mm-hmm.
That, like, now they see that and they're like, why would we make another GTA like we made before? And that's probably why, like, Dan, I forget which Hauser, I think it was both that left.
Yeah, I think they both left.
Yeah, I think they both left as well.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
probably why
it's
they
been
left.
recently too. That
yeah,
I know one
It
of
was
them
last
left.
year, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was last year. But yeah, I mean, I totally get it. Because like you said, Waves, I don't think they ever expected GTA Online to be as big as it is. I think they just thought it would be like GTA 4, except, you know, a little beefier with a little more content, and then it turns out to be like basically its whole entity at this point. It could be its own game.
People now know more about GTA Online than they do about GTA 5.
Yeah, which is like
There are people who have bought GTA 5 just so they can play GTA Online, not GTA 5, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah, it's absolutely absurd to think about. So, I mean, it's definitely I would say it's definitely interesting. And then the other big complaint that I've heard about GTA 5, specifically the online, is people complaining about how it's like super futuristic and like it's not a realistic experience, and you have people driving around on hover bikes and shit with like missiles, and someone was basically like, I equate this to like if Red Dead Online came out and then they let you buy a Lamborghini to drive around. Like, it just wouldn't fit with the time period, and it makes GTA Online just feel like, honestly, GTA Online on like current gen probably feels like Saints Row. Just like completely absurd. Nothing probably fits. It's probably irritating to play.
Yeah, definitely.
So, it's kind of a shame, but I don't know. We'll wait and see. All I know is for this definitive edition trilogy, the more I read into it, the more it makes me sad. Because it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse.
And we're still gonna buy it.
Oh, of course. Of course we will. You know, why not? All right, Brian, I don't know if you want to take this next one away. I mean, I could, but
No, I'll do it.
you can if you want to.
Yeah, sure. I've been quiet for too long. Let's see. Topic number 2 of the week. Earlier this week, we had some Twitch leaks. Well, let's just say Twitch got hacked, and a lot of sensitive information, like how much earning people were making, got leaked. And holy crap! Hey, Amazon, you sent me a job offer. How about you just make me a Twitch? Let me stream on Twitch. Yeah, some of the people are making mad money, which I knew they were, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think the craziest part is like, I know people will say like, it's like a fraction, but like, there's people who are making like for instance, XQC was making like 750,000 a month, not a year, a month, and that was just from the views he was getting. Now, granted, he does pull a lot of viewers. There's so many people that I heard that were like basically making a living off of this, but like they weren't people you would think they would be. Like,
Right.
they were just like everyday average Joes, and then like, of course, had to hear about your boy DSP. Like, apparently he made $100,000 just off of views. People, doesn't count all of his donations and bits and all, just off of views. That's how much
And apparently,
DSP made.
and from what I heard it's not even people who sign a contract to stream on Twitch.
Oh no, it's just like everyday average shows. It's whatever their payout was from their partner program, I think, which is what you get paid per view. What's up?
Isn't it everyone who just like stream or whatever?
I don't know. I think it was everyone who was. I mean, I think it was everybody, but like only people who are partnered make like money. Like from views. Like I make money from Twitch, but it's from like subs. And I only get paid like every like 6 months because they pay you out when you get over like you basically get money in like an account, and then it doesn't pay out until you get like over $100 or something. So but like I don't know if the leak accounted for subs or if it was like specifically views. It may have been subs.
I thought it was for just the payout alone, but I'm not positive.
It could account for subs. It could, now that I think about it. It could be subs and views.
Yeah, I thought it was only subs. So.
No, I think it was views. It was whatever Twitch was paying out to them. It may have included bits too. I don't know. It was whatever Twitch's payout to these people was what got leaked. So it had nothing to do with donations, like private donations through like PayPal or so. Yeah, it would have. I'm pretty sure it would have included subs, views, bits. It would have included everything, but like donations basically, because you donate through like PayPal and stuff.
Yeah.
It's insane though, the money.
I mean, is everyone actually like surprised?
I'm not really shocked,
like,
but yeah.
Like I don't know, like I kind of expected them to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Or else like how would they survive doing that without like
No, but I think the biggest thing for me, I'm trying to find a screenshot, but like I think the biggest thing for me is just like what these people get paid. And like mind you, I totally get it. When you have thousands of people watching you, I get it. And I've heard people that are at the top like make comments about like streaming is like difficult, it's very strenuous, like because you're basically always on camera. So it like I can understand it to an extent. I mean, there's nights where I don't want to stream because I would just want to play a game on the side, but like these people don't have that option. Like they literally always have to be. But I'm trying to find like a list, but there was like people who like, for instance, Waves, like Critical, he pulls in whatever, like I don't know, not even 10,000 viewers. He got paid like his payout in the last month was like, I don't even know, like $250,000 or something. Like Critical's making like millions just off of Twitch. That doesn't even account for what he gets on YouTube too, which he pulls mad views on YouTube too. So like it blows my mind how much these people get paid. And like again, they do have thousands of people watching them, but I think the more eye-opening thing was, like I said before, the people who like aren't even big like this, who are making like a middle job wage by just having like a few hundred people watching them. Like that's the craziest one to me. There was like thousands of people that were in that like tier.
That just makes me want to quit my job so I can do this full time.
Right?
Yeah. So here it is.
I could never be a streamer.
So here it is. So here it is. So this was the payout. This was September's payout. XQC made 750,000. Summit 1G made 360. Tyler 1 made 215. Asmongold made 141. Critical made 120, so under what I said. Amaranth made 93. That's just off of views. That doesn't count what she's getting donated to as well.
Right.
Yeah, and then there's like people, let me see if I can find the and then you have like all these people that are like I would like consider like mid-tier who are still getting paid like, I don't even know who these people are, but apparently they got paid 8K. They got paid like, it's like what the hell, dude? Like and then the gross payments, XQC since October or August 2019. So basically like 2 years, I guess this would have been. Yeah. He got 8.5 million. Summit 1G got 6 million. And this is just in 2 years, dude. Tim the Tapman 3.3. Where's Tyler 1 got 2.5. Critical got 2.1 in 2 years, dude. 2 years. That's crazy.
Someone go and find how much Snickle made.
Pokimane got 1.5 in the past 2 years. Ninja got 1.3. Amaranth got 1.4. Oh, it's just crazy, man. It's crazy how much these people are getting paid.
And
then
people
you
have to remember too, this is before taxes.
Yeah, obviously before taxes, so you got to take a third of this out. But like even people down here who I don't even know who these people are. Someone named Fresh 1.1 in 2 years. Like I don't even know who these fucking people are, and they're getting paid millions from Twitch. Like what? This man Kit Boga, that's the guy who like fucks with the what's it called? Scam callers. That man made man made $1 million in 2 years just fucking with scam callers. Like it's crazy, dude. It's crazy. But I get it. I mean, the thing with streaming, the thing with content creation, the thing with being a quote unquote influencer is it's such a cutthroat thing that like you could have it one day and you could not have it the next. Like it's crazy. It's crazy how cutthroat it is.
You say one thing wrong, and you lose it forever.
Yeah, canceled. See you later. Some of these people at the top never will. Like, you obviously get to a point where, like, it doesn't matter. Like, for instance, Critical. Like, I don't think anyone could ever take Critical down. Like, Critical is untouchable, I would say. And there's definitely people that are that way, but...
Amaranth?
She got banned, like, 10 goddamn times, and she still comes back. Like, you want to talk about women living on recruit difficulty. Perfect example. So, I don't even know if I would be on this list. I don't even know how to pull there's people, like, have, like, spreadsheets and shit of it. I don't know if you have to, I don't even know. There's a site for it that apparently...
For legal reasons, I'm just gonna say, don't be looking up this stuff.
No, there's 125 gigabytes of, and you have to torrent it, so, do not look this up. But yeah, it is kind of crazy.
It's
All right.
Dumb they make that much. But...
Well, yeah. I mean, just think about it. If all you did, like, this is what you have to put into perspective. Like, I get that these people are doing it every day, but like, imagine all you had to do is every day turn your PlayStation on and play 8 hours of a game. Like, literally just play a game for 8 hours, and then in 2 years, make $1 million. Like, if you said that, like, 10 years ago, people would probably look at you like you're crazy.
Yeah.
But now it's like it's a normal thing. And, like, $1 million in 2 years, that's, like, life-changing wages for people.
Oh, yeah.
So.
I mean, you even say that today, and people look at you crazy.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, I think the difference is, like, today, you get a lot more kids that go through school that are like, I want to be an influencer when I grow up. I want to do this when I grow up. And it's like, I feel like a lot of people say they want to do things not for actually wanting to do it, but, like, for money. Like, that's why a bunch of people are like, when I grow up, I want to be a baseball player. And it's like, do you want to be a baseball player because, like, you love baseball? Or, like, do you want to be a baseball player because you think it's just an easy way to earn a buck? Like, because there's downsides of being an influencer or streaming. Like, when you stream...
Having your life out there all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Having your life out there. Always having to deal with people probably threatening you because you're always going to get hate. The other thing is, like, if you're a streamer, if you want to be successful, you have to stream when, like, other people have free time. So you have to stream during holidays. You have to stream all weekend long. You don't get weekends. You don't get time off because... You got to be streaming while other people have time off. Because if you're not, guess what? The guy below you is. He's going to be grinding away at it. So it's like you basically don't don't get free time.
Yeah.
So
It's less of a steady paycheck also.
yeah, exactly. It can definitely fluctuate, which could be for the better or for the worse. But I feel like a lot of the people that like a lot of the kids are like, I want to be an influencer. It's like, do you want to be an influencer because like you trying to actually influence someone, or do you just see that like, oh, so and so made $1 million last year? That seems like an easy way to make some money. Like,
Well, I mean, kids are kids.
yeah, true.
Right.
But like, but that's even like
I wanted to be an
that comes
astronaut
with, like,
when I was a kid, like.
well, yeah. But like that even comes to like, what, like we don't do this for that reason. It's like, any of us streaming or making YouTube videos or doing anything, like we're not doing it because it's like, oh, maybe one day this could be a job. Like we do it because we want to put our opinion out there and like make it kind of entertaining. And if you want to decide to listen, then like cool. But like I was talking to some guy the other day about it, and I said the same thing. I was like, I don't care. I put trophy guides out and collectible guides, and I make content on older videos because it's what I enjoy to do. And I don't care if my video gets 1 view or 1 million views. Like, I'm going to do it regardless because I like to do it.
Yeah.
Just like I will sit here on this podcast and talk shit about Brian from PS5 Trophies if I want to, because I think that he's representing the trophy community in a bad way. And anybody that does represent it in that way, I will call out, because I don't think that that is the proper way to represent a community, because that is not what the community originally stood for. You can have another community that's trophy whores, but that's not trophy hunting. Like, you're talking a whole different side of people caring about notifications that mean absolutely nothing. Like, you don't play games to play games. You don't play games to enjoy games. You play them for a number. That's all you play them for.
Yeah.
But
I'm with you on that.
Hell yeah, 100%.
you're really chomping on those,
Bro, they're so good. I don't know about y'all, but like,
my man chomping on the sunflower seeds.
I don't know about y'all, but like, like walnuts and all this other stuff. Like, you eat one, and you're like, you can't stop with just one. You gotta keep going.
Bro, it's anything. I did that this week with Doritos. Like, I had a family bag of spicy nacho Doritos, and I swear I ate like half the bag, and then I was like, oh, I need to stop. And then I kept telling myself I would like eat one, and I'd be like, this is the last one, and then I'd be like, nah, just one more, and then I would eat another one, and I'd be like, all right, come on, just one more. I'm gonna have, and then I like ate like another half of the bag. Like, just can't stop. Just certain things.
Bro, Doritos sound good right now. You think I should weather the tornado and get some Doritos?
Fuck yeah.
I don't know. They be slapping though. They do be slapping.
You know they make flaming hot Doritos now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I heard about that.
Yeah, I got those recently. They're pretty good. But they also make, and catch yourself for this one, they make flaming hot limon or lime hot Doritos also.
Wait, really?
Yeah. They're not as good as normal flaming hot ones, but they exist. If you had Takis, they taste like that.
I was just about to say that. That's reminding me of Takis.
That's how they taste like.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. I had Takis one time. Was not a fan.
No? Why not?
They just had a weird taste to it that I was not expecting.
I was a fan for like a long time. And then one day, I got them, I ate them, and I was like, this tastes bad.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought the first time I ate it. Like, I ate it. Like, I heard people talking about it, and I was like, all right, like, and then I think my friend bought them because he, I don't know, he heard the same thing, so he bought them, and I was like, let me try one, and I tried it, and I was like, bro, what? And this was around the time, I don't know if you remember, but this was around the time when they were trying to link Takis to cancer. Do you remember that?
I do remember
No.
that.
Yeah, they were basically trying to link, like, they were basically saying that, like, an underage kid ate Takis and then he got cancer after, and I was like, All right, but did like he get it from the Takis, or like was it just a very unfortunate event? Like, let's not like
Bro, what
stretch
doesn't
the
give you
line here.
cancer?
Yeah, true.
Exactly.
I bought a
But-
rice cooker recently,
Mhm.
and that had like
gave
a
you
sticker
cancer?
on it that says has ability to give you cancer. I'm like, huh?
I like Brian said, I think anything can give you cancer at this point. If I look at my screen the
Literally.
wrong way, I think it'll give me cancer.
Well, being too close to your screen can give you cancer.
Gotta wear those
Your cell phone.
blue light glasses, you know. Then you can, it's like helping the cancer stay away. But I remember hearing about that, so I was like, all right, I'll fuck around and give them I'll give them a crunch to see what they're about. And like one of my coworkers bought them and I ate it and I was like, bro, what? And then he was like, yo, this tastes like cancer. And I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I can't. I was like, I can't. I gotta go, man. So yeah, I don't know. I think maybe because I tried them under that circumstance, I have a bad like thought in my head. But like, I've never liked them. I've tried them a few times and I've never liked them. I don't know if it's the aftertaste. There's just something. There's a weird taste that you get from them, and I don't know what it comes from. And it's not like the seasoning or whatever on it. It's not that, because basically I could probably lick that off and it would taste the same way. So I don't know what it is.
It was too spicy for Snickle, you know?
No,
Yeah.
I'm not one of those
No,
motherfuckers that's like, oh, I can't use my mouthwash tonight because it's too spicy. Like, I'm not that.
No, I mean, I get you. I liked it for like the longest time. Like, I was eating it like so much. And then I stopped eating it for like a long time. But it wasn't like I didn't want to eat it or whatever. But one day I picked it up and I was like, oh, I haven't had these in a while. And I like took a bite of one and I was like, I don't like this.
I don't like this anymore.
This tastes bad.
That's hilarious.
Uh,
But I my favorite, even though like I'm not supposed to eat it, like my favorite thing is Doritos, by far, like chip.
Why are you not supposed to eat it?
So like when I was like very young, I used to get migraines all the time, like really bad, and I actually had like a whole surgery for it. And they basically told me before when I was like originally getting into it, they were telling me that I wasn't supposed to eat things that had like a high amount of sodium in them. So I wasn't supposed to eat like lunch meat and stuff like that, because they thought that was like what like was triggering it. And one of the things I remember them specifically telling me was like, do not eat like Doritos. And I was like, oh, okay. Like I never really ate them as a kid, but I was like, okay.
damn, that's crazy.
I've never had issues. Like I got everything done, and like when I ended up getting like into high school, I think it kind of like, I guess I grew out of them, I would say. But yeah, I've been eating lunch meat and shit ever since. I really don't have any issues, but I started eating like, bless you. I started eating like Doritos again in the past like few years, and I was like, God damn, these things be slapping, man. Like,
You know, I had kind of like something like that happen to me. So I remember as a kid, like the doctor told me something. I was like 5 years old, and he was like, don't eat cake, don't drink milk. I think he was basically trying to tell me I was like lactose intolerant or something.
yeah.
And I just completely forgot about it until like recently.
Mhm.
And I was like, why do I always feel like dying every time I drink milk or like fucking eat pizza or something? And I was like, I think I'm lactose intolerant.
Bruh. Bruh.
So, oh yeah, and then I went to the doctor. They did like a bunch of like tests on me for another thing. Then he like came up to me and he was like, "No, you're allergic to dairy, right?" And I was like, "Huh?
Yeah. Huh? Whoa, huh?
I wouldn't want to live no more. I would miss cheese too much.
Oh my god, I love cheese. Cheese is like my favorite thing.
I mean, I still eat it. I can't go without my lasagna.
Oh my.
Oh,
Or
yeah,
any type of cheese, like cheese is just like I could put cheese on anything and eat it. Like cheese is it's
Cheese on
something else.
Doritos.
I mean,
Well, I guess that already
if I
has
got
cheese.
to, like, yeah, it got the nacho cheese on it, you know. No, but literally cheese on anything, like milk, like oh, I love ice cream. Oh, if I had to live without dairy, I wouldn't be living.
Hell no. Like my brother, he's lactose intolerant, and he still eats that crap. He's like, I'll deal with that later.
Yeah, my mom is too, and she'll always be like, "Am I staying home for the night? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go in then. I'm gonna get this ice
Future
cream
me will
tonight."
take care of that.
What?
It's like future me will take care of that.
Yeah.
Right.
Current me is gonna love this. Future me is gonna hate myself, but it's gonna be worth it. Trust. I need to trust myself.
I did a mistake last night.
What was that?
Yeah.
I went to get a spicy ramen at like 1 in the morning.
Damn, that sounds good. I'm not gonna lie.
It was great. My stomach did not enjoy it at like 3 in the morning.
Yikes! I haven't had ramen in like forever.
It's good.
Used to
Get
be
some.
used to be the go-to in college. Cup of noodle.
Alright, I'm getting fucking hungry now.
Well, not that kind of ramen.
Oh, okay. We're gonna move on to the next thing.
Not that kind of ramen.
Oh, that's the ramen I'm talking about.
No, I'm talking about like
Actual ramen. he's talking
actual
about.
Japanese ramen from
No.
a place.
I'm
Yeah,
talking.
It's so good, man.
I'm talking about my 99-cent ramen noodle.
I did have one of those for lunch this week, so
You can
Hey.
you can taste the salt in those things.
Oh, yeah.
you really can.
Like it's so bad, but like, God, they're so cheap. I swear the noodles are made out of salt. Like they have to be. All right, let's get into this next topic. I'm gonna let Waves take this next topic away because he tweeted about it today. I didn't really know exactly what it was about. We were talking about it before the podcast, and it's an interesting one.
Well, it's just people complaining, about well, right now it's like Metroid Dread, but that's kind of just been a thing this year to complain about a game being difficult.
Mhm.
Like Returnal. I didn't play it, but Brian, if you can tell us if it's true or not. Kenya, or I don't know how you say it. Kena.
Kina.
And
It's not that
Kena, and
bad.
I guess like now Metroid Dread. That's a car coming right now.
Ooh, Fast and Furious outside.
And
Well, was
My
it
man's
driving, or
forgot
was the
there's
tornado
a-
flying it?
my man's forgot there was a tornado outside.
He is the tornado. You know why? Because it's all those goddamn roundabouts.
So there actually is a roundabout.
Yo, that's why. Y'all putting all these roundabouts that's causing all these tornadoes.
God damn it.
But what was I saying again?
Oh, the hard
Oh, yeah,
games.
so it was Kena, Returnal, and now Metroid Dread. So like people have just been complaining specifically about Metroid Dread today. And but like the difference with Metroid Dread this time around is that it's kind of leaking into the reviews now. So there's like, I don't remember the name of the place, but there's like one place that gave it like a 5 out of 10 because it was too difficult for them.
Oh my god.
I
And
don't-
like, huh?
I was just gonna say
No,
I don't understand how you can rate a game off of like difficulty. Like that's one of the things that like I'm trying to wrap my head around when it comes to stuff, because these games I don't know about like I don't know about Returnal or like Metroid Dread, but like like specifically like Kenna, like you can pick the difficulty you play on.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like saying like this game is too difficult, blah, blah, and then you rate it off of that. But it's like, bro, you can pick what difficulty you play on. So if you're getting clapped, then like turn it down. But like if you're getting clapped on the lowest difficulty, we got other issues. Like you probably shouldn't be playing games if that's the case. It just confuses me because it's like even like Soulsborne games, like they have you can't pick a difficulty. They have the game. That's it. And like they don't get roasted on this is too difficult, blah 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 blah. Those games are known for having to play bosses dozens of times and go through areas dozens of times to learn the game. That's part of the game, is learning it. It's like people want this shit handed to them on a silver platter, like every game they play. It's crazy.
Metroid Dread is a great story wrapped in a hand-cramping, confusing grind. But yeah, it's just like people complaining, really. Like,
And
I understand that like some people don't have the time or don't have the patience to like sit down and learn and to play the game or whatever. But I mean, like, if you don't have the patience for it, and like this might be exclusionary or whatever, or like elitist, but like if you can't beat the game, then you can't beat the game. I'm sorry, my guy.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Well,
like,
and just turn the difficulty down. Like, and I'm trying to look at this from an outside perspective of not a trophy hunter, like just as a gamer, right? Like, if you're just trying to specifically play through a game and you just want to beat the game and you're getting your ass beat, then you just like turn it down. That's what you would do. I think like the more annoying part is you get into people that are like trophy hunters. And this happened a few weeks ago with somebody who I've already mentioned. But they were bitching that the game was too hard. And it's like, okay, well, first of all, if you think the game is too hard, then you don't get the trophy then. Like, that's part of trophy hunting. Sometimes you have to play the game on the hardest difficulty. That's just part of it.
exactly.
I should say a majority of, funny I'm going to say this because of the big name guy that's been talking about it. Majority of the God of War games make you play on the hardest difficulty to earn trophies.
Mhm.
So it's like, if you can't persevere to get the trophy, then you don't deserve it. But like, even for an everyday average Joe that's playing the game to play the game, I mean, I get like, okay, maybe the criticism here is like, I played on normal and it's still beating my ass. I don't know if that's necessarily the criticism that people are putting in, but like,
Well, I
if
think
that's
you
the
can
case, then lower it even more to easy or whatever. Like,
yeah, I think in the case of this game, it's you can only choose easy or normal, right? So like if you're playing, because people are saying they get to like the first boss and they're stuck at it for hours. If you're getting stuck on it for hours on the normal, like, go change it to easy.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, but like the
if
other
you're
thing
not
is
willing
like,
to like sit down and like learn it, then like that's your only other like choice.
yeah, but like I feel like that's any game, right? Like any game you play, I should say any new game you play, you're never gonna sit down and play the game and beat everything your first try through. Like, never. You're always gonna die. You're always gonna have trials and tribulations of playing the game. That's just playing the game. Like, that's what confuses me, is like people want to sit down and play a game and then just like never die and beat it the first time. I want to beat every boss fight the first time. I mean, imagine if people said that when they played Bloodborne the first time. You know damn well the first boss in Bloodborne, I don't even remember the name of it because it was so long ago. The cleric, wasn't it the cleric beast?
Yeah.
You know damn well your first time into that boss battle, you were getting clapped. You knew it. Like, it wasn't like you knew you weren't going to go into that boss expecting to beat it. And I feel like you should be doing that on every single boss battle or level that you go into. You should never expect that you're going to beat it your very first time playing it. Like, you're kind of crazy for thinking that.
I feel like a lot of people just want games to be like as accessible as watching a movie or whatever, and it's just kind of like,
Go watch a
I don't
movie
know,
then.
it's let's go watch a movie then, or like, I mean, it's also not like movies don't have exclusionary things from it also, you know, like if you have a movie with a shit ton of like flashing images or whatever, oh, you just excluded all like anyone who gets like epileptic seizures, right?
Yeah.
If you have a movie that's like a slow burn at the beginning, you just excluded people who don't like watching that type of movie. So like, what, now we have to make every movie like be almost every genre now?
Yeah.
Or even like with books, like, oh, I don't like reading, so now we gotta equip books with what's it called, like an not e-reading, but
An ebook.
yeah, whatever, like where the book just reads itself to you.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know, like,
And the other thing is like, and it's like, I think it's the point you're trying to get at, Waves, is that like everything, something is not made for everybody. So you may buy Returnal and play it, and you may hate it. That doesn't mean you have to continue to play it. Like, if you don't like it, then put it down. No one's forcing you to play it. Like,
Yeah.
just because you bought it doesn't mean you have to play it. Like, okay, you spent money on it. Maybe you should have done your research a little bit before you bought it if you're that picky about playing games. But like, I've never understood that about people. Like, they'll play something, and you know, it's funny because people are probably like, you play Assassin's Creed and you bitch about it. Like, I bitch about it because like I have passion for like what it was before. And like I have hope that the new ones will be that way to an extent. Plus I kind of liked Origins, so I had some hope. But like I'm still gonna play the games regardless. But like it is what it is. Like, and I know that. But I'm not gonna like play it Valhalla and every second I play it be like, oh, this game's awful. Oh, this is so like I'm gonna play it and like that's what it's gonna be. Like it just is what it is. But like if you're not that type of person to like persevere through playing through and just bitched all the time, then just don't play it. Like just put it
Right.
down and move on. Don't play it. Like
Yeah, like you're not gonna be able to finish every game. Like,
and no one's forcing you to.
yeah, like you don't have to beat every game. Like, I can't think of a game right now, but I'm sure like there's a game where I like hit a stop and I was like, I can't do this anymore or whatever. And
Devil
I
May
stopped.
Cry.
I didn't go around and be like, oh, I can't believe the developers making fun of me because I can't do this. It's like,
Yeah.
no,
Wait,
like I
wait.
gave
Brian
up
just said
and I
a
didn't
perfect
want to
example. Like DMC. What is it? DMC 2 or DMC 1?
Yeah,
Whatever one you're
one.
on, where you just have to beat like the final boss on the hardest difficulty or whatever.
I give up on it. I'm going back to it. I got
But
busy
that's like
with
the
other
same
games.
thing, right? You like you hit a roadblock and like you could easily go on Twitter and be like, "Oh, this game is so cheap. I get hit 2 times and I die. You know, screw this. This difficulty shouldn't be like you could do that if you wanted to, but like
Yeah.
why? Like what? It's not gonna do anything for anybody. Like
Oh yeah, especially like DMC 3. I remember as a kid getting like stuck on the first boss, the original DMC 3.
mhm.
Because it was like, I don't know if you guys knew this, but like in the like very original DMC 3,
Mhm.
the normal mode in the US was like the hard mode in Japan. So you were actually playing on hard mode when you press normal mode in the US.
That's kind of funny though.
Yeah, I was like stuck on that boss forever.
I think,
As a kid.
and like as anybody else, like you would just put the game down. I think the biggest thing that's like the most annoying thing now is you have like these prominent figures that are like saying stuff about it to try to like bring light to it, and it's like it almost is just adding like fuel to the flame for no reason. Like you have Brian from PS5 Trophies who's like talking about shit about difficulties are too hard and auto popping trophies, and it's like this guy is supposed to be like a prominent figure in the trophy hunting community that is now saying things that are like completely out of line of what like a majority of trophy hunters think, and is making it like a norm now almost. And then like in the case of what we're talking about now, which we've linked below, is like David Jaffe's tweet, and it's like, bro, you've literally directed God of War and Twisted Metal, like what? And now you're talking about games are too hard? Like what? Like, huh? I'm confused.
I think it's like, I can't say for David Jaffe, but like for the case of like game journalists and like even PS5 trophies, I think their issue is that they play so many, like for them a game playing games is like a rat race, you know, like
Mhm.
I have to be the first one to like get everything out.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, and that's more of their issue than our issue.
Well, yeah.
But their issue is like, I have to get through these games really fast, and I have to play this, and I can't because you're getting me stuck on it. So make it easier, so I can get through this game faster, so like that I can throw out my review and throw out all these videos. And it's like, I'm sorry, my guy, like, This is how the game's made.
No, and like even in that case, something that like PS5 trophies could learn from that like Power PYX does is like he his focus is making guides, right? That's his focus, making trophy guides, and he streams too. If your focus is making trophy guides, then just make the trophy guides. Like, you don't make a video after the fact talking about getting the platinum. You don't make any content after the fact of like talking about earning the platinum trophy. So why does it matter that you earn the platinum trophy? Like, it truly doesn't matter. Like, you just make guides. And that's how Power PYX plays his game sometimes, is like he gets guides out for it, but he doesn't actually platinum it because like, again, he knows that he's on a schedule and he's got to move to the next game. And when he has time, he goes back to do it if he wants to. But if you go and look at his list, I haven't looked in a while, but like if you go and look at his list, he just plays games for what he makes the trophy guides for, and that's it. No more, no less. Sometimes he does more, but that's what he does. And then like that's the thing that confuses me about Brian from PS5 Trophies, is that if you're on YouTube to just make guides, you can't sit there and then bitch that, well, I have to play it on the hardest difficulty to get the platinum. It's like, what does that have to do with you making the content that you're making before, other than like it has nothing to do with it. And then you end up having someone else make the guide for you because you can't even do it yourself. Like, what? Like,
Yeah.
I'm so confused. It's almost like you want to get rewarded for doing nothing. Which is like
Ding, ding.
which is what like trophy hunters have become nowadays. Like, people want to auto pop everything. I don't want to have to actually play this game to get the trophies. Oh my God. Like 2 years ago, people were like, why don't we have any difficulty based trophies in games? And now people are like, why do we have to play the game on the hardest difficulty? What one do you want? Like, what do you want from a trophy perspective? Like, you bitch about it one way, but then you bitch about it the other way. Like,
New Game Plus should be in the fucking main trophy list. They do that. Why is that in the main trophy list? That should be DLC.
yeah.
Honestly,
Like, you cannot.
that's the one that always got me. Like, I remember people always like complaining about like, oh, they put it out as a DLC. Why didn't they just put? And then when they do it for like Miles Morales, they're like, why did they put it?
That's because.
What do you guys fucking want?
Or the trophy, or the DLC shouldn't count towards our 100%.
Our completion percentage, and it's like,
Yeah.
bro, what? Like, I don't know. There's obviously going to be people that always say things, and like they may say it because of a multitude of reasons. You know, maybe they're not fully educated on what's happening or what's going on or like anything like that. And I'm not saying that like in a disrespectful way. Like, maybe someone who's saying like, why does this count for my completion percentage, doesn't understand how like the completion percentage is calculated, and they think it's just
Right.
calculated off base game. So maybe they're not educated in that, and someone just needs to explain to them, this is why. But like, it's like, you know, I think what is like the whole like difficulty thing that's going on right now is just like, it makes me laugh because like David Jaffe made a tweet about it, but it's like, dude, you've made Twisted Metal and God of War in the past, which both are games that kick people's asses even on the normal difficulties, and now you're trying to say like, why are these new games super challenging? Maybe it's the NES generation coming into their own as designers, but I hate this shit. It's like, what are you talking about? Like, you've made games that kick people's asses in the past. Like, what? It seems like kind of almost like a double standard. And if you think that these games are kicking your ass, then number one, you put it down, or number two, you lower the difficulty if you can. It seems pretty simple.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Brian from PS5 Trophies is a whole nother. I can't, like, every week it's something with him, and I can't. I just cannot wrap my brain around the way that he thinks. I truly try to, and I think it is for the reason you said, Waves. I think he tries to get on a schedule, and he tries to put, and his goal is to put guides out because it is his job.
Mm-hmm.
But also he's trying to like do the other side of it of actually like getting the platinum as well. And it's like, dude, you can't, if for instance, for me, if I wanted to put if I was exclusively caring about just putting guides out, I would not be platinuming games. I would just be, I would be done Max Payne 3 on to the next one. I wouldn't be spending 2 more weeks platinuming it. But like, I also make content on platinuming it. So like, that's why I fully get the platinum. But like, his is just making guide videos. And if you can't fit in getting the platinum, then you got to move on to the next game, my dude. You can't just sit there and complain about it. it's not going to get you anywhere.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, this is something that's probably going to stay forever, especially as like games are more mainstream now. Because like, I feel like, you know, getting good or whatever was like kind of a thing of the past now, you know?
yeah.
So, especially now with like, what is it, like story mode, like difficulties, like in Horizon and God of War and all those games.
Yeah, which like this is how like I feel like that's okay. Like having those in there if
Yeah.
you want to widen your expanse of like your audience is fine, right? Having the accessibilities for The Last of Us, having all this stuff, I think that's fine. Like
Yeah, that's great. Yeah,
that's great
Right.
to have more people like be able to get into games and game and do all that, because that's the whole point. You want a community to grow. You want more people to buy your games and to play your games, just like you want more people to watch your movie. Like that's the point of you making the game, you know? But what I don't understand that about trophy hunters, because it's almost like it's like leaking into trophy hunters, and it's like, dude, you get into trophy hunting, like that's something that you have to make a decision to get into. You don't just like pick up one day and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna get the platinum in this game, and you don't even know what the fuck a platinum is. And then you start bitching because you're like, oh, what? I gotta play, Red Dead 2 for 150 hours to get this platinum. That's ridiculous. Like, I gotta get max level online. I don't even have any friends to play with. Then guess what, my dude? You either A, you don't get it, or B, you figure out how to get it. You complaining about it isn't gonna just magically make your trophies appear. Like,
yeah.
Or will it?
it won't. Trust me.
You want to hack the lobby and then it'll pop it.
Yeah. But then you'll get like deleted from every single site, and whatever. I guess if that's what you want to do, do it.
I mean,
but...
for them, they don't care. For them, it's just about the game, the notification. You know?
Oh yeah, it's just about the number. Get the most amount of numbers as possible. You might as well hop into a World at War lobby and just ask them to auto pop every trophy on your list. I mean, they probably can. I don't know, but
I feel so. I'm fine with like story mode difficulties and what is it? And like accessibility stuff, like the accessibility stuff, like especially also, because like one of the biggest things I've always said is like, if you're gonna make a game, make it where you can remap the buttons to anything, because then that'll make your game like the most accessible, with like the least amount of effort, really.
Yeah.
But also, I just feel like not every game is going to be catered for like the story mode, right? Not every game like Devil May Cry story is not something you're gonna write home about, right? Like it's not something you're gonna be like, oh my god, this is like the Dark Knight or whatever of video games, right? It's fun is in the gameplay, right? And the same thing with like Metro. I don't know really about Metroid that much. I bought Metroid Dread because I've always wanted to play a Metroid game, but what is it? I guess I should have said that for my recent game pickups. Huh?
Damn.
The main thing about it.
Flashback.
But it's like not every game is going to be catered with those people in mind, and like with Dark Souls is going to be catered with people who want to like take their time and learn the game. Devil May Cry is going to be catered to people who want to take the time and learn the mechanics of the game. The same thing with like Metroid. The same thing. I mean, I'm not sure about Kenna. I don't know how that game plays, but I'm sure if they made the hard mode unlockable, that's probably their intention also. And then some games like difficulties are like way different from like the normal. So like Devil May Cry is like always one I go to. On like harder difficulties, you're going to be getting enemies that you would normally only see till like the later half of the normal playthrough. So like if you go in there like first shot, you're getting your ass like destroyed, you know. So like you don't get to that point until you learn more of the mechanics and know more about how the game plays. So
yeah. Well, and sometimes like that's how the developers make the game, or that is how the developers make the game. Not sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I'm
like...
saying. Like, it's not catered. it's not catered to your person who's gonna just want to go and like play on like story mode difficulty. You know, it's catered to like a person who wants to like sit down and like actually learn how to play the game. So
Yeah, and like Max Payne 3 is like the perfect example because like you could play Max Payne 3 on like whatever easy or normal and like breeze through the game, and like anybody that isn't like a trophy hunter, that would be fine to them because they would be able to experience the game. But then you have to like willingly play the game like whatever 4 times or 5 times if you want to get the platinum, and you have to do New York Minute Hardcore. So it's like if you want to get the platinum, that's what you have to do from a trophy hunting standpoint. But from a normal everyday person, like they may just want to play the game through one time and call it a day. But there is a difficulty if you want to add it to the game. But like, I don't know, man. Like people just complain so much about shit that like doesn't matter. Like it truly doesn't matter. And like here we are complaining about it. But like what I mean is like the fact of like you complaining that a game is too difficult. Like if it's too difficult, turn the difficulty down. Like I don't think I'm doing like some rocket science calculations right here. Like I think it's pretty, self-explanatory. Like if you're getting your ass beat, turn the difficulty down. Wait, hold on a second. Doesn't God of War have a feature like that where if you keep dying, they ask you if you want to play on a lower difficulty? Like,
yeah.
What?
Well,
Like-
it's like movies and like TV shows also. Like if you don't like the movie or you're getting bored of the movie, stop watching it.
I mean, it's like that's like the reason that like a bunch of like shows that are out now, like people don't like. Like for instance, I think The Walking Dead started back up tonight. I kept seeing stuff on Twitter about it.
Yeah.
Like I watched The Walking Dead for like 2 seasons. It bored the shit out of me. I moved on. I didn't sit there and keep watching The Walking Dead and be like, "Oh my god, this show is so bad. Oh my god, what are these characters?" Like I didn't sit there and bitch it. Guess what? It was boring. I moved on. Like I didn't like it. I moved on. But like there's like shows like Game of Thrones where I watched from the beginning to the end, and I could watch from the beginning to the end 10 more times and I would still be into it. But there's probably people that watched it that were like, "This is boring. This doesn't make sense. This doesn't interest me." There's a whole nother aspect that we haven't talked about. Interest. Like you can't sit there and be like, "I don't like any car games," and then you play Need for Speed and you're like, "I don't understand this NOS, and these enemies keep beating me in races, and blah, 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 blah. This game is too hard." Bro, like, what? You've never played a racing game a day in your life, and now you're like, bitching that it's too hard. Like, what?
Like, I know I have trouble with Hades and freaking Returnal, but I'll get it done. I'm not gonna bitch about it.
Yeah, I mean,
I think the thing I don't like the most about like specifically happening with Metroid Dread is like
the reviews.
people are equating to like, and like David Jaffe hasn't done it, and like, so like I just want to say that real quick, but like people are saying like the game is bad because it's hard, you know?
Yeah, I'm going
and
to
like no, like you're just kind of bad. Like I don't know.
I'm
It's
going
just like
I
don't think difficulty equates to whether the game's good or bad. You know?
Yeah,
Right.
I'm looking at the Metacritic for it. Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of funny.
That like I don't think that like some of them I think put like can be hard at times as like one of the negatives or whatever
Yeah.
for their thing, and they gave it like a 7 out of 10 or something. But like I don't think that should be part of the equation, you know? Like yeah, mention it, and so like that people who are reading it and be like, oh, it's hard, I don't want to play it or whatever, right?
Right.
But like knocking off a score or like knocking off like a checklist score or whatever and be like, it's hard, so therefore game bad. Like,
Well, that's
no,
why,
like,
and that's why I've never liked reviewers, and I think we've talked about this in like previous podcasts, but like reviews in general are so subjective because it matters. The score matters on what the person who's reviewing it says. So like, for instance, if I love Assassin's Creed, when I play an Assassin's Creed game, I'm always going to be biased towards it, and I'm always going to give it the benefit of the doubt. But like, Waves is fucking fed up with the new Assassin's Creed. So if he was to review it, he's going to be like, this is dog shit. Like, so there's always that subjective side of it. And like, I think that's what is bad about reviews, because you want them to be as objective as possible, but I don't think it's ever going to be possible because there's always going to be subjectivity in it. But I hate that, like, there's a number that is tied behind it that means something, because like you said, if you're going to dock a point because it's hard, you might as well dock every goddamn Soulsborne game that's been out. When it, like, you might as well dock them a point because it's hard, because that's part of the structure of the game. I think, like you said, it's worth saying it. This is a difficult game, but like, subjectively, how is the game? Does it play good? Does it look good? Does it have a good story? Is it structured good? Like, you know, do I have to grind anything, or is it natural? Do you naturally play through the game? You can't sit there and be like, you're basically calling yourself out as a shit gamer, but like, I got caught on this boss battle for 2 hours. This game's shit, -5 points. It's like, oh yeah, but like Joe Schmo down the street might have beat it in 5 minutes. Like, so you can't say like, oh, that's a bad game because I got my ass beat. Like,
It's like Returnal, where like, it took me like, I want to say like 80 run-throughs or whatever of the game to beat it. But there's one guy, the first time he played it, he did it on his first try, like first run-through. So for him, it was just a 3-hour game or whatever.
well, and like, that's like any game. Like, that's any game. That's any game that's tied around like anything, really. But like, you have games like Destiny, right, where it was like, you had people who would do the raid and get like the Galahorn drop first time. Then you would have a guy that would do the raid 500 times and never get a Galahorn drop. The guy who did it 500 times could be like, hey, yo, fuck this game. This is trash, blah, 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 blah. And then the other guy could be like, this is my favorite game ever. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's so subjective on the experience that you have. And sometimes it is dependent on random RNG stuff like in Destiny. But then some of it is also like skill dependent. And the other thing is like, when a new game comes out, it's a new game, regardless of if it uses an old play style. Like Metroid Dread, like, it uses the play style of the old games, but like, it's obviously going to feel different and have a different feel than the old one. So you're not going to be able to pick it up and be like a pro at it. Like, it's just crazy. Like, Rocket League is a perfect example where like Rocket League had a predecessor, Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket Power Battle Cars, where people played it for hundreds of hours, right? But the second they loaded up Rocket League, they weren't a professional at it. It took them thousands of hours of playing to get as good as they were, or as good as they are. And like, they have different viewpoints because of the time that they've put in. They didn't pick the game up day one and they're like, I'm the best at this. Like, it takes time to get into it. And that's another thing with reviews, is like, they're so, like you were saying, Wave, they're so rushed to get content out and to be number one and to be this and to be that they cut corners and they don't fully complete games. I mean, I have a big problem with people on PSMP that put guides out for games that don't even platinum them. Like, how are you gonna make a trophy guide for a game that you haven't even platinumed yourself? How are you gonna guide people to a platinum when you haven't even gotten the platinum yourself? Like,
it's
what?
like it's like the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, like one, I think for GameSpot, like down in the notes at the very bottom, it says he finished the first game and then got halfway through the second and third game. Like, I don't care about your review now. Like, you didn't finish the games. And that's like, and that's like a common thing with like game journalists.
Well,
where it's like, they don't finish games. It's like,
yeah,
how do you want me to take you seriously as like a reviewer or a or even as someone who's just talking about the game? If you haven't finished the game, like, not even 100% of it, like, I don't care if you're 100%, just get to the end credits.
Well, and you made a great analogy. I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but you were like, that would be like a movie, someone who reviews movies, to watch a movie, watch 20 minutes of it, and then give a review of it. Like, how can you can't do? And if you told someone that, they would look at you like you had 3 heads. They'd be like, wait, what? You're giving your opinion on a movie when you only watched the first 20 minutes or the middle 20? Like, what? And these people listen to these people that do these reviews. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
No, I don't get it either.
Like, you should not have the, I'm not saying you shouldn't have the right. People can say whatever the hell they want to say. I could say tomorrow that I'm running for president. Like, I could say whatever the hell I want to say. But like, your credibility, you should have no credibility if like you don't have anything to back it up. It's like the whole people making guides on PSMP that, I mean, haven't even platinumed the game. How can you make a guide for something when you haven't even done it yourself? Like, that doesn't make, that's like me, like, giving a training to an astronaut. Like, I don't know what the fuck they do, but hold on, I'll tell them what to do. Like, no.
Astronauts go to space, Nickel.
Well, I know that, but the technicalities behind it, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what's going on there. You know what I meant. You know what I meant. The technicalities behind it. But like you said, Waves, like, you got a guy that's, you know, reviewing the Insane Trilogy that only beat 1.5 games. And it's like, how can you review this when you haven't even played everything? Like, what?
I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. That was funny.
You know what I meant. I was talking about the technicalities, not the actual, like, I know astronauts go to space, but that's the only goddamn thing I can tell them. Hey, you're going to be going to space today. Hey, well, how do I do that? You know, you'd be going up in that rocket. Well, how do I get in the rocket? You climb the steps and strap yourself. Well, how do I launch it? Press the button. Like, I could, you know, give a rundown, like, hit that big red button. But like, you know, if he's like, oh, well, what happens if the, you know, this goes wrong? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Like,
you just tell him, remember your training.
Yeah,
and walk in and run away really fast.
Remember your training. But
I don't have any training.
Well, sorry. But like, I see that all the time on people that make guides on PSMP, that it's just like, I don't get it. How can you make a platinum guide on a game you haven't even platinumed? Like, what? And I could understand if like you didn't platinum it because like you're working on like one grindy trophy. Like, for instance, Assassin's Creed Origins, let's say like you didn't unlock all the or you didn't explore all the locations yet, and that's the last thing you had. No, these motherfuckers will have like 20% of the trophies and be writing guides for it. Like, what? What? How?
I was finding it funny when, like the Max Payne 3 one, when they put out the multiplayer guide.
Oh yeah. Well, you want to know a funny thing is
when the servers are closed.
Yeah, the funny thing about it, because I'll call it out, because I actually was looking into it the other day. So remember how that got put out, and then I'm going to look. So someone made a guide. I'm not going to put names out there, but someone made a guide for one of the DLCs, and I'm trying to find it. I think. Oh, so here it is. He didn't get rid of it. So it was a guide for one of the DLCs in Max Payne, and it got put up on September 14th. Now, I have a question for you guys. When did the Max Payne 3 servers go down?
Wasn't it like 16?
Yes. So 2 days later, the servers go down, and people are like, wow, thanks for releasing this trophy guide 2 days before the servers shut down. And the guy basically responded and was like, and I'm going to be putting guides out post shutdown for the multiplayer. And I'm like, what? Like, what? Like, you're putting out guides for shit that's unobtainable? Like, why would you do that? Like, what? We're talking about trophies that are 100% unobtainable. Not like you making a collectible guide after the servers went down so you can still play the single player, but you can't do the multiplayer. Like, we're talking about full guides for shit that's unobtainable. But I haven't, it's been, you know, it's going on a month, and I still haven't seen the other guides, so I wonder if they got, like, shut down or shot down. But, I was like,
I'm just
what?
like, why did that make it through? Like, through,
Well, you want to know why? It's because one of the guys that wrote it is part of the guide team.
Oh.
So,
There we
there,
go.
Wow.
that's your
That
answer
explains
right there.
So much.
Yeah. So, and like, I get if he was working on it like a while ago, which he says he was, but it's like, well, then why are you bragging about like, I'm going to have guides out after the servers go down for stuff that's unobtainable? Why? You're literally wasting your time, our time, everybody's time. Like, why? I don't get it. But yeah, that's a whole nother story. PSNP. It's never a dull moment over there.
The gaming community is great. It's full of idiots and
Yeah.
It's our favorite people.
it's my people.
It's our people. Trophy.
I don't have people.
The trophy people.
We're your people. You mean, Brian?
That is true. You guys the homie.
Well, how about we finish this off with Snickles' favorite console?
Yeah, I'm
all
trying to
time.
find an article. I think this will work. So
You
basically,
mean you don't already have an article?
No.
What kind of shit podcast is it?
What do you mean? It's right there. You don't see it? Are your eyes broken?
My leg's kind of broken.
So last week on last Wednesday, probably, right after we put the podcast out, because just our luck. Sony put out. I think Sony actually tweeted something officially, but we linked an article, or I linked an article to Eurogamer. But basically, the PlayStation 3 store in I think they gave a date, didn't they? Yeah. So at the end of October, on October 27th, which I think is the last Tuesday of the month, Wednesday, on the PlayStation 3 and the Vita, you will not be able to buy anything via credit card, debit card, and PayPal. But that doesn't mean you're not going to be able to buy anything. You can still buy stuff if you use PSN cards. So, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, because you've actually probably used it. But can't you add funds on your PS5 through using credit cards and stuff?
Yeah, they said if you add funds to your 4 and 5, it'll still count through it.
Yeah, so because it's tied to your account. So if you add funds on the PS4 or PS5, you can then go on your PS3. The funds will be in your account, and then you can make purchases. It just sucks because you can't buy it. If you want to buy a DLC and it's, whatever, $15 or $14.99, or let's say you want to buy a few things and it adds up to be $17 whatever. I guess you could add that total direct or the exact amount on PS4 and PS5, but it would probably be a pain in the ass. I don't really know how that works, but
I'm just laughing at people like, oh, this is so anti-consumer by Sony. Not really. It's you can still buy shit off the fucking store.
I'm kind of confused why it's even a thing though.
Well, because I'm looking at because they didn't shut down the servers, or the stores, so they would have lost money, or they would have not been losing money, and they would have kept it closed. And if you keep the credit cards open, then you have to pay for all this extra security and all that on your site.
Okay, I mean, I was gonna say it. I'm assuming it has something to do with either space or security.
Yeah, so
or they're just trying to they're trying to finesse not having to pay credit card fees by just saying
exactly.
use
Probably
PSN
a fraction
cards.
of it's probably a fraction of both security and the credit card fees, because eventually they're gonna stop putting updates out for the PS3 and Vita, and eventually when those get cracked or whatever by hackers, they're gonna be able to steal information and stuff. So
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
it makes
pretty sure
sense
it's
from
more
a
for
security
security
perspective if
reasons.
they're just gonna wipe that and not have it stored at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope that day doesn't ever come, because I feel like the day that they stop putting updates out, but the day that they stop supporting the PS3 and stuff, I don't know if we'll ever see the PS3, because I know we were talking about before the podcast waves, you were seeing forum posts about when will the PS3 be able to stop being stop syncing your trophies or something, and I'm like, oh my god, I hope that is never a thing that ever happens. I don't know if it ever could be, but I'm sure they could do it.
I mean, they might eventually start taking stuff off of it. I don't know if you guys remember about this, but folding at home or whatever on PS3 that got taken off, and
I just can't
obviously
ever.
The big one is PlayStation Home.
I feel like I could see them removing the ability to play any game online, basically all online functionalities for games being shut down. But I don't know if I could ever see them removing the feature of syncing trophies, because you can earn trophies offline, And like, how
Mhm.
taxing would it be to just be like giving people the ability to sync those trophies that they earn? Like, I don't think that that would ever be a feature that would be shut down, but like, I could definitely see features of like not being able to like play games online ever again, obviously like going down at some point.
I think we need to like wait after this console generation basically to figure out what's gonna happen with the PS3. All I'm really gonna say is if you have multiplayer games on your backlog or like on your list, you should probably get to them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's our
Yeah.
goal. We going to be doing that soon.
But
We definitely going to be doing that soon. But yeah, I mean, the one thing I've always thought about with the PS3 and the 360 generation is like how they're going to handle like the online services, because they are really the first consoles that were centered around like having an online service and like having a friends list and having all that stuff. Like, so I don't know exactly how they're going to necessarily deal with it.
well, the I think the Microsoft is doing it the best, honestly. But I think Sony's just gonna be like, forget those existed, and come over here to these.
Yeah.
You know?
No,
Bring this new
I,
toy.
I agree with that. I mean, that's how they've been with a lot of things. So like, I could definitely see that being the way that they tackle it. Plus, we already tell from like the way they've handled the PS3 that clearly like the infrastructure behind the PS3, like they didn't try to like incorporate things together. They're kind of like segmented
didn't
between the 3 and the
future-proof
4.
it.
Like, obviously the 4 and the 5 are a little more like interconnected, but there's some sort of like segmentation between the 3 and the 4 that like exists, where I feel like they could literally just chop it one day and it's done.
Well, like Vita, like can't even send messages anymore. Like you can't even send, like what is it?
Use the messages
You
through the
can
Vita, yeah.
We can't even like send like invites anymore or anything like that.
Well, you can't
So-
say invites if they're through messages, right?
Well, yeah, obviously if they're like through the game itself, but like I can't think of a Vita game that's like that. So like any game that has like some kind of invite that uses the messages, like you can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
And like it used to be like, you know, you could send Vita messages to like PS3 and PS4 users. Now you can't anymore. And then PS3 messages would like show up on your PS4 and your Vita. But now that doesn't work. That doesn't happen anymore either. So
Well, I don't know if you guys have noticed this. I mean, it's nothing that's been like officially announced anywhere, but if I like turn my PS3 on my, well, maybe it was, I don't know. If we're on our PS3s, right? Like all of us, we're playing whatever. If you go on the PlayStation app on like your phone or whatever, like you show up as offline.
yeah,
Like you don't even show up as like playing, like the PS3 isn't even like an option as a console of you being online tied to like the PlayStation app anymore,
yeah,
Oh yeah.
which is
that's
like,
been a thing.
yeah, it's that when I saw that, I was like, God, man, that's so depressing.
Well, you know, like on the PS4, like it used to show you if you were on the Vita or if you were on the PS3.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't show that anymore. Only PS4 and PS5.
Yeah, it like makes me sad because there's so many good PS3 games, and I feel like they're finally getting the praise that they deserve. I see a lot of people talking about all the hidden gems that PS3 had and all this stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, you guys are late to the party, and it's sad.
Yeah.
Like super late to the party, and it's sad. But that's why I'm gonna be doing PS3, backlog and cleanup. Got to get it done, even though it'll never be done. Got to get it done.
I didn't all like the patch like stuff get fixed already, right?
Yeah, there was like discussions about like certain games being messed up, but I don't know if that's like true. I don't know. All the patches, I don't even know why that was a thing that happened. I mean, that was when they, announced the store shutting down, and then all of a sudden like all these games stopped downloading patches. So I don't know if like some intern behind the scene like actually cut it off for a second or what happened, but
Probably tripped on a wire or something.
yeah, they could have.
They
But
sneezed.
that was I don't even know what the hell happened there. But yeah, I want to, like Wave said, I want to try to finish up a lot of PS3 multiplayer and hit that PS3 backlog. I've just been playing. I don't know about you guys. The games I've been playing over the summer have been kicking my ass because they're long as hell.
Well, yeah.
I've just been having a lot of fun playing the games I have been playing. So
I mean, I'm having fun, don't get me wrong, but like I feel like I don't make progress and they're like kicking my ass, and then I look at them and I'm like, "Oh, that's because I've been playing games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Grand Theft Auto 5, Max Payne 3, Shift 2. Like these are games that are not like short games to play. Like
yeah.
so all right. Well, you guys have anything else to add?
Oh god.
No.
Don't eat too many sunflower seeds.
Yeah. And remember to recently pick up your recent games and recently tell all your recent friends about them on like waves.
Remember
Yeah,
to pick up your recently to you new games that are recently new to you. To recently tell your friends that you recently picked them up at the recently opened store.
With your
that used to
recently
be
earned
recently
money.
near you.
Nah, but
And go
I'ma
play Yakuza.
no, I'm gonna leave you on a banger, and you guys all gotta try it. You ready for it?
Right.
Yep.
Dunk your grilled cheese in the applesauce.
Huh?
Are you serious about that?
Yes.
Is it good?
Yes.
Like,
I'm
how good
curious
we talking
now.
Here?
I'm telling you,
Just-
I just said I'm gonna leave it on that. You gotta try it out for yourself, but it is something I commonly do. Dunk your grilled cheese in some applesauce. It's gonna change your life forever.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it
I'll
next
try
time.
it. If it's not good, we yell at Snickle. That's all.
All I gotta say is, I gotta take a piss.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I'm hungry.